Hey guys, welcome back to another base tour. I'm getting close to 5,000 subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please just click the button. Please, you know what? If you subscribe and then you think that this base is just absolutely stupid and awful, you can downvote it, unsubscribe, whatever. But just click it. Just click it to start off with. Please help me get to 5,000. So this is another base tour. This is, what month is it? January 2024. And this is my base. I'm playing on a solo server on Lone Wolf, which is absolutely the best solo server out there with strict enforcement of rules, and they even have technology that enforces the solo rule set. Really like the server. Usually RP bases like this get left alone. It doesn't always happen. I have been raided on here before, but it's usually the bigger bases, the clan style bases that get raided. This base is built in the same aesthetic as my others, which is a post-apocalyptic, junkyard-looking, cobbled-together base, like I think people would actually live if the Rust lore were to actually happen. Up top, we have a chill zone area with dancing and music and everything you would want. Hanging out with your distilled spirits after a long day scavenging in the wasteland. Some electrical in there. And this is how to get into the base from the roof. No, it's, clearly this isn't meant to be a super duper strong base, even though it's much stronger than it looks, but the entrance here, I basically built it because I thought it was just interesting with the new Frontier wood skin. And yes, this is an elevator that doesn't do anything. I like the lighting of them. And the aesthetic, it's just awesome. Like, there's no wall here, but you know what's interesting is elevators are actually very strong in Rust. I made a video about this a couple years ago. It actually takes explosives and a lot of work to get through an elevator so you can protect your honeycomb. That way, if you're living in like a gigantic base that has a few open squares. There's also another loot area. This is not the main living space, but I have space down here for extra loot storage. You can see that's where we just were. And now that the sun is going down, we can take a look at the outside of the base with all of the lights in their full glory. You may notice something different about this base. Is something that I haven't done with any of my bases before because I just tried it this wipe and found out that it's possible. And it's these backlit pictures. So you see how this is a photo frame? This is actually a picture of a door. See this door right here, the new skin? It's a picture that I took with the camera. And then I put that in the photo frame, but what's behind it is actually a neon light. And whenever you paint it like this, so that it matches the palette to the picture you want, like a yellow for this one, and now it backlights to the picture. And it also works on rugs, pictures, bear skin rugs, and other things. I'll probably make a video about how to do that because it's I've never seen any other base in Rust do this before, so I don't think a lot of people know about it. So you can see the Rustoria rug here looks amazing whenever it's backlit by neon. Same thing with some of the other rugs. They just look awesome. One thing I don't like is, and y'all can type in the comments whether this aggravates you as well, I don't like whenever new skins come out and I have to make sure that they're glow in the dark. I don't like whenever some skins are glow in the dark and some aren't. To me, it kind of ruins the fun of having skins whenever you have to pick and choose, because at nighttime, the ones that glow look great, and all the other ones look like crap. So I finally found a way to kind of get around that problem, and it's through the backlighting. I also really like using the weapon racks as lighting, because they only cost 1 power, and they put out a ton of light, and it's a cool looking light too. Alright, let's take a look at the main area on the inside. This is the main entrance. A little bit cramped, but that's how my bases are sometimes. And this is the main operating area. Fully armored. You can see it started out as an H-June 2x2. This 1, 2, and then the airlock here. That's what it started. This actually started off as just an Oxum's base to raid Oxums here and there. And it turned into my main base. So I've been doing research on what causes some people to be more heavily affected by the vibe and atmosphere and mood of their environment, their living space. And in real life, outside of Rust, I am very, very heavily affected by it. So if I go and work in the office, I need to have a desk that feels right. It's just like a feng shui feeling. And my house in real life is also, I looked at over 60 houses before I bought mine, because it has to have a certain feeling, it has to have a certain coziness to it. And it turns out that that also translates into Rust for me. So it's, if I'm going to spend all this time playing Rust and in the game at spending nights in bases, you know, base bitching and stuff, like, you gotta have a base that feels cool. It has to feel right to me, because I don't want to spend all my time in Rust living in a base that I don't even like. And that's kind of what set me down the journey, I think it's been 8 years ago now, of building bases in Rust that I like. And it totally changes the Rust experience whenever your base is fun to live in Rust, and you have something to look forward to whenever you log on, and trying to make it as cozy as possible while also being strong, because most RP bases, they're cozy, but they ain't strong. Well, this one's strong, and it's because of loot separation. Y'all know that from other videos. There are a few pixel gaps in this base. I'm not going to show them because the wipe's not over yet. There's also some other tricks where I'm storing my loot. It's all spread out, so if this base were to be raided, it'd be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, this is something. I can't get over how good the rogues and the pictures look whenever they're backlit like that, man. Golly, they just look fantastic. Also have a garage on the base. See, that goes down into the main loot area. That goes up to that little weird spot where I grow stuff. And then this goes into the garage, where my precious RV is. It took me a week into the wipe before I could find a 3 mod, much less a 4 mod, so I can make an RV. RVs have completely changed how I play Rust, to be honest. They're so good. Take them down into the subway tunnels, take them to the outpost, take them to bandit camp, transfer loot, go mining in them. They're just their utility is amazing. Totally, one of the best additions to Rust is the vehicles, and especially the RVs. One funny thing is I can't get to the back of the RV, so I can't open the garage door, so I actually have to put a button here. I have to put a button that opens the door, so I press the button, and then I run over to the driver's seat, and then I try to back out before it closes on it. And then whenever I get back in, I get out of the RV, and I press the button to close it, so that's a funny workaround to not being able to get back there. I do have an external TC here, which protects in the event that I get raided. It's also is a shop that I sell gunpowder and so forth, because I don't do a lot of raiding. And I'll willingly trade that for metal any day of the week. Alright, that's going to conclude the base tour this go-around. I really appreciate y'all watching this. It's now to the point where every time I join a wipe, I find someone on the server who's either asking if I play on the server, they come up to the... some people come up to my base and say, hey, this looks like one of Benjamin's bases, and they don't even know that it's me, and hearing that stuff and watching the channel grow has been extremely rewarding to me, so I really appreciate all the just really truly kind-hearted comments that I get on the videos, and especially whenever I found out that the videos are circulating in like other Discords and stuff. It's just awesome to hear, so I really appreciate it, guys. Now I will leave some time at the end of the video so that you can find the subscribe button. If you're on your TV, you have to like press down and then go to press up to go to channel, and you can click subscribe from there. If you're on your phone, y'all know how to do that if you're on your phone. If you're on desktop, you just click the button. Really appreciate it. Help me get to 5,000 subs in 2024. Let's blow this mess out of the water.